My name is Loganathan from Chemistry Department, faculty. This question is related to your observation that when we go there to the US or to the West, we feel not so confident. You mentioned that that is the other side, your children, and generally in US, children go to school, they learn their country's history, and they feel very confident. Also, there was a reference to Macaulay's, Himalayan damage when whatever he did. And I read that whatever he spoke, which was there in the internet, and I do believe that whatever has been said in the internet has actually happened. So now my question to you is probably not related directly to the book. What you as a person who has understood all these concepts and you have lived in US can be done to undo what Macaulay done to India?
Okay. My book is actually a small, humble step in that direction. I am trying to educate through debate with the Westerners. I'm not trying to convert them and change them. I am trying to debate with Westerners for the benefit of my fellow Indians. To show that first of all, stop thinking that everything is same, because it is not according to them. If according to them there is difference, we are fools not knowing our difference. They are asserting difference, educating their difference. It's like saying that, it's like somebody says, my property is mine and your property is ours. Yeah? Kind of. Okay. So why one way? Yeah? So we are fools saying, oh yeah, very good, sound like fun, my property is ours, very good. It's a public park, everybody can enjoy, but everybody else's property is there, This is not a sensible thing to do. And all these people who say we've survived 5,000 years and we'll survive forever, I say this is bunk. For, even 2,000 years ago we were 5 times the size. We were from Afghanistan, not only till Bangladesh, but all the way to Bali. And from Sri Lanka, not only to Kashmir, but Tibet and Kazakhstan, and the Buddhists went to China, Mongolia. Our Dharma civilization was all over Asia. We're maybe 20% of that today. Once one top businessman, industrialist, big famous guy was talking like all people, we are this 5,000, we'll never. So I said to him, I said, sir, suppose you're an industrialist, your chief financial officer comes to you and says, no problem, our market share went down 80%, our income is down to 20%, but we're still eating dal roti, we haven't gone bankrupt. Will you be happy? So he said, you're very angry. He said, no, I'll fire the guy. So I said, why is your standard different for your own civilization who's been downsized? And the predators did not even exist 2,000 years ago. They're young civilizations that expanded, taken more than half the world. And even in the map, even in the country of India, we're not safe now. If there may be further partitions. You may have, and for that I've written the book Breaking India to talk about that. So I feel that the time has come, we must first understand our difference, refuse to get translated and digested into another civilization as second-class citizens, because you become second-class citizens in somebody else's scheme of things. You will never be at par with him in understanding that framework, which is, they have a long history of understanding it. You'll become a second-class person. They'll be the boss. They'll pass judgment on you. You're always trying to impress them. That's what will happen. So I have pointed out 4 or 5 very serious areas of difference, which if you were to read the book, you can understand them. And I would recommend you read each chapter twice. You read a chapter and you pause, understand it, then read it a second time and it'll make more sense to you. And then call it a day before you go to the next chapter. So that way you will get these ideas. And then you'll start living differently, seeing the world differently, saying that I have certain things about my culture and civilization which I will not negotiate away. They are non-negotiable. I got very happy the gentleman saying, Tamil is non-negotiable for me. Good for you. I like that. Because I think Indians have no problem with that. We have never had a problem that somebody else is different. We're okay with it. Our is an open architecture. The internet, and I give these examples. Like in internet, there's so many service providers and so many websites, and as long as I have mine, you got yours, and we're fine. is not a central mainframe computer model that I control this mainframe and you got dumb terminals, you access me. It's not the central model. It's a very decentralized model. Yeah? And that's why this chapter called Order and Chaos explains that unfortunately the Indian government and Indian media, they use the word, when something is not the organized sector, which for them means corporate Western style organized sector, they call it unorganized. I call it self-organized. Self-organized is a very powerful thing. Self-organized meaning that you're not dependent on a central top-down hierarchy authority to be organized. You organize yourself. So if you organize yourself, it's a very empowering thing. So I feel that there are certain concepts of that kind which are applicable to business leaders, corporate leaders, religious leaders, our individuals as individuals. And if we as individuals understand this and refuse to get digested, others will follow. I lived in the United States for 40 years. I am not digested. In fact, I got a line of Westerners wanting to get digested into my civilization. If I wanted to become a different kind of guru than the normal guru, I could convert a whole lot of them. It's just that my calling is different. But it's just up to me to make sure I don't get digested. And living there doesn't make any difference.